SEC Gymnastics, and here's Natalie Taylor with more on that.
Corey, 4 years ago, the Arkansas Gymbacks started a program, and this year they're getting ready to graduate their first senior class. But think about what they've accomplished, starting a program from scratch in one of the most competitive conferences in the country, to now where they've been consistently ranked in the top 20 in the country for the past 4 years. This program has been led by two seniors, Katie Hardiman and Dana McQuillin. She has been the face of the Arkansas Gymbacks since the program began. Senior Dana McQuillin has set the standard for the future for gymnastics at Arkansas.
Dana McQuillin continues as a senior to do the all-around and to show that leadership by her actions.
Our freshman year, we had no idea what was going on, so we were just kind of, we had to be on no matter what. And I think this time we just had to grow into our roles. So it has been a little bit easier, but it's been different also.
This Jersey girl was the first gymback to perform at the NCAA championships. However, McQuillin is proud of the way the Arkansas program has progressed during her tour of duty.
It's been an awesome journey to be here this whole time and compete all around all 4 years, and just to watch everything grow, and it's so exciting.
While McQuillin has been out front for the Gymbacks, senior Katie Hardiman has been a solid, consistent performer. The program's rocked. However, Hardiman had a hard time heading into her senior year. Knee surgery over the summer, followed by a serious car accident, were major setbacks. Competing in 2006 seemed doubtful.
She loves gymnastics, and she was not going to let this opportunity slip by her. And, you know, it was all her, because our trainer in particular thought there was no way.
It was a hard time for me, and, you know, I just had to keep my head up and try to focus on what my team was doing and how I could help them instead of what was going on with me. And that helped me through it a lot, too.
It turns out that this tough Texan was not going to be denied her final season as a gymback. Hardiman returned to the Arkansas lineup on January 27th versus LSU, and since then has slowly increased her scores. 2 weeks ago, Hardiman scored a pair of 9.9s on the balance beam and floor against the University of Washington to earn SEC Gymnast of the Week honors.
That helped a lot. I was excited, like I couldn't believe it. So I'm more running off of excitement and just honor.
Katie deserves some excitement in her life. She's overcome so much adversity. Good to see her competing in the SEC Gymnastics Championships 2006.
Talk about honor, being part of Arkansas history, their very first gymnastics team. She's one of 5 athletes who still remain on the team and are seniors this year, competing at their final SEC Championships.
What a great story.
Key tumble series right here. Back handspring, layout. She looked a little crooked coming out of the second back handspring, but boy, what a great job pulling it back on top, only a slight wobble. Ring jump, changement. Katie has beautiful arms on this event, nice expression on her face. The athletes must show forward, backward, and sideward skills. A front handspring meets the requirement of the forward skill.
And every individual performance so important for the Gymbacks. Just 4 years with a gymnastics program.
Tied for 6th the first year, then 6th, then 5th last year. Katie putting together a great routine, trying to help Arkansas better their finish this year.
And Lori, regardless of which team you're competing for, you have to smile for an athlete like that, coming off of a serious car accident. There was doubt that she would perform in 2006. She's having a great time out there.
She's such a positive leader on this team. Here's the dismount. Gainer full from the end in the pike position. That makes it even more risky. The straight legs, you got to get enough height and distance to clear the feet from the beam, and a big score for Arkansas, 9.85.
Moving on to Dana McQuillin, the other gymback, looking to help the Arkansas young team gymnastics.
Now Arkansas has had one fall on this event. Katie came back strong, and now Dana needs to have a solid performance for them so that they don't have to count a fall. 6 athletes compete, 5 scores count. So they can throw out the routine with the fall so far. Renee says that Dana is a quiet leader. She leads by example in the gym. A lot of hard work. Tremendous focus. A little unstable there. She does look a little nervous. She's holding back on that leap series.
Dana became the first gym back in program history to reach the NCAA championships.
Her biggest difficulty right here at the end, but handspring layout right into her dismount, a full twist, and she is so straight down the beam.
Qualified for her all-around performance in the 2005 regionals, a 9.725. That should bode well for the Arkansas gym backs. Meanwhile, the LSU Tigers relying on April Burkholder. Welcome back to the SEC Gymnastics Championships. This is Krystle Cook from Kentucky. Now remember, Lori, Kentucky struggled on floor. They need to bounce back here on vault.
Still going for a big score here. An amazing landing. Yurchenko layout half front and finds that blind landing. Great job for Kentucky.
You can see why she's Mo Mohammed's top all-around athlete. Just needed to convince her of her own potential. She gets a good score there. Here's Lindsey Puckett from Auburn. You see her top bar score in 06, a 9.850. She will be competing in that event right now.
Just a point of reference, the highest bar score of the night is a 9.9 from Kelsey and Courtney from Georgia. Nice combination work, giant full, giant half, bailed a handstand right on to the toe on up to the high bar. Giant full combination into a double twist dismount and a clean routine, a solid landing.
So a fine effort for Lindsey Puckett.
Lindsey may lose 1/10 deduction for not having one of those big release skills like a Tkachev or a Jaeger. The rule book says that the routine must be up to the level of competition, and they are judging that by what they would see at the first day of the NCAA championships, and most definitely you will see some of those big releases there.
A 9.750 for Lindsey Puckett from Lilburn, Georgia. Here's Julie Dwyer. We've already told you she was the freshman of the year last year, and with an outside chance, actually a very good chance, Lori, in this competition for athlete of the year.
Absolutely. She's been so consistent this year. She has not missed a single routine, and she's competed in every all-around competition but one meet. That's almost unheard of, Corey. Strong routine here. She did have that major release move, the Tkachev, and another strong landing by Auburn. We talked about some of their fantastic landings this year and how they beat LSU earlier in the season because, as Dee Dee said, they came in and gave them a stick fest. This is outstanding. This is where they're going to pick up those crucial points.
So the 9.775 marked out of the 10 was the level of difficulty what they would expect from a Julie Dwyer?
Yes, I think so. We did see that major release move in there in combination, and of course the big off.
A scary scene for Alicia. It'll be a huge hit on the score for the Auburn Tigers because it doesn't look like she will complete her routine. Natalie Taylor's on the sidelines to tell us more about what happened.
Hey guys, just talked to Coach Jeff Thompson, Auburn's head coach. He said that the reason Alicia did not go back on bars after losing her grip was because the previous athletes all stuck their routines, meaning her score would be dropped anyways. So they thought they would just save her for the upcoming events.
Good news, Natalie. Good to hear that Alicia is healthy and she is slated to do beam later in this competition.
That's good news for sure. This is Kelly Phelan, one of 5 girls, Lori, and her mom in the stands tonight, drove over to Birmingham to see her daughter perform, and why not?
Kelly said she was going to do some shopping with Mom this weekend.
Shopping for a good score. She's got a 9.925 before in the floor exercise.
Kelly's ranked number 3 nationally as an individual on this event. The team is ranked number 2 in the nation on floor. They're coming off solid beam, but they will need more of those high 9.8s and 9.9s to get up there with Georgia. Favorite part of the floor routine coming up here.
some bounce. Having a little fun out there, like she's on the dance floor.
This is an amazing event to compete, especially at a competition like this in front of huge crowds. The athletes can really get into their routines and have some fun, ending with a front layout full, front tuck full. 3 solid tumbling passes, nice difficulty.
That should make Mom proud. Fine effort for Kelly Phelan. See what the judges have to say.
Kelly has upgraded her difficulty this year, especially in the opening pass. It's an E-level front tumbling skill, a front layout with a double twist. She does it in combination to a front tuck. And take a look, a nice solid landing, well within the boundary lines.
Not her highest score. She did get a 9.925, but a 9.875 will help the LSU Tigers as we move on to April Burkholder. Now, we've seen her routine before on the floor, dedicated to those affected by the Hurricane Katrina on the Gulf Coast. So it's got a lot of flair in this exercise. Listen to the jazz music, the Zydeco, and all of the above. In fact, she was only supposed to perform at one time, as you were telling me, Lori, but she had such a positive response, she wanted to go it again.
April choreographed this routine herself. She debuted it at the competition a few weeks ago against Alabama. Then she went back to the old routine, but the fans really wanted her to perform it at her senior night, and she stuck with it. It's got a lot of emotion, a lot of meaning to this routine. And a huge surprise at the end.
A little Bob Marley for you.
Gaining as much oxygen to her muscles because this tumbling pass is outrageous. Front layout, half front, and she's not done yet. 2 back handsprings, gaining speed, double back. Oh, take some steps. Such a difficult tumbling pass in terms of her endurance. The routine is 1.5 minutes long, and she double passes that final tumbling run.
So for the 2-time SEC Gymnast of the Year, what do the judges have in store?
You know, Corey, she took some risk putting that last tumbling pass in, and yes, she took some deductions on the landing. The 9.8 shows those deductions.
The routine certainly took its toll on April, as you saw. Meanwhile, LSU with a 49.1 on the floor, thanks in large part to April there. Arkansas, solid performance on the beam, and Auburn as well on the bar. So after 3 rotations, Georgia, the lead dog, ahead of the pack with LSU nipping at